So I just turned 30 last December. I thought by then I would be the smartest, healthiest, and overall best version of myself so far. I've never been so wrong and delusional in my life. Life humbled me so quickly. I went in 2022 thinking I would finally achieve the happiest version of myself, living in my dream country, being in the most loving relationship, working for a great company, studying a course I'm passionate about, waking up in my own Wonderland apartment, traveling almost every other month or every month. I was on top of the world, or so I thought. Wrong. In fact, I've made a fool of myself. The universe gave me a taste of what I've been yearning and working my ass off, and I became greedy and ungrateful, which, in my defense, is very human of me. There's always this flaw with humanity that we think we can have it all and get away with it. It doesn't matter what and how exactly it happened, but the events that transpired broke me and it left me questioning everything I thought I knew and I have learned in life. I've been chasing happiness ever since I was made to believe that, it was possible to do so. I was so sure that it was possible to get to that place of beatitude that so often people talk about. It did, however, made me realize a few things. And these few things I will always try to remember and lean on. I know for sure some of these are not new, but I never really grasped the simple concept until life forced me to, until my circumstance changed. And, I think back and I feel stupid because I should have known this all along. But I never really acknowledged it properly, you know? So I'm sharing it to you. Number one, the past and the future does not exist, only the present. The past existed, and once you've lived it, it becomes a memory. It becomes a concept. I'm not saying that, it's not real. It was, but it doesn't exist in the moment that you're in now. This goes the same for the future. I mean, no matter how much you think about it, it remains non existent until you get there. You have no idea how much energy and time I spent wasting my life overthinking about the past and the future. It seems like a cliche when people say happiness is in the now, but just because it's a cliche doesn't make it any less true. And to be clear, I'm talking about the idea behind the past and the future being non existent in the moment. We'll get to happiness later. Number two, becoming your ideal adult version is very lonely. Welcome solitude with open arms. Once you start chasing your dream career, country, lifestyle, and ideal values, it's no surprise that sometimes you lose being in sync with people who are part of your life. This can be because of distance, beliefs, lifestyle choice, misaligned values, and other factors. It's normal. It's, a part of growing up and it's part of life. It just feels so lonely sometimes. But, you know, this gives you an opportunity to learn being comfortable in solitude. Growing up, you're always surrounded with people. And as I previously mentioned, once you start chasing the things you want in life, the further you are with people trying to chase their own path in life. This, in return, gives you plenty of opportunity to reconcile with yourself alone, face your thoughts, and be at peace with it. Relearn what you like and how you like things, and, just do things alone. Sometimes you're too busy thinking about what and how everyone around you thinks about you, and you forget what and how you really are. Number three, all interesting people have done something stupid at least once. It's no shocker the world doesn't revolve around you. Your mistakes have consequences, and more often than not, it's not only you that is affected by them. Of course, it goes both ways. You get affected by someone else's stupid impulse or mistakes. It's impossible to not make any mistakes in life. Your flaws and your dents are what makes you up as you. Just, you know, try your best to learn from it. Number four, people come and go, but those who are meant to stay will stay. Never in my life have I been slapped with this truth as hard as possible in 2022. I'm not in any way trying to justify mistakes committed nor tears shed in vain because of all the choices I've made in life. People have hurt me, and I have hurt people. Whether or not it was a conscious decision to do so, it's out of the equation. The truth of the matter is that it happened, and it's valid. Because of this, people in your life will leave you, and that is their right. You might even leave people because of the very same reason as well. But those who want to stay in your life will choose to stay. Cherish them. Number five, don't chase happiness nor peace. Happiness is a side effect, and peace of mind, it's a tool. Life is all about creating and experiencing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not there yet. I mean, you know, I have nothing too credible to back this up, to back everything I'm sharing since I'm just 30 and there's still so much in life, I have no answers to. But I would like to share that what I've learned, most especially in my late 20s, in my late 20 something, was that I was chasing the concept of happiness, having goals, whether it be materialistic or intrinsic. I thought reaching these goals, lead to happiness, and sometimes they do. But as we all know by now, happiness itself is fleeting. You'd think that life is all about happiness and achieving it, crawling and fighting through circumstances thrown at you just to get to it. Some even describe happiness as being content with what you have and who you have in your life. These concepts may be true, but what I'm telling you is that I don't think the purpose of life is happiness alone. I think happiness is one of the many positive side effects in life. It's something to be experienced, but I don't think that it should be the end all be all of life. I think creating something is what makes life meaningful. Come to think of it, the most basic thing almost all live organisms are able to do is to procreate. However, I don't mean to say that having a family is, the only way to create. I just meant that it's embedded in our DNAs to create something. In creating something, we give meaning to the seconds we breathe, whether it be art, poetry, relationships, family, careers, ideas, and most especially experiences. And as mentioned in creating something, more often than not, you experience happiness along with sadness, frustration, guilt, regret, and a whole load of Pandora's box of feelings and emotions. So, where does internal peace come in? It keeps your sanity in check. Internal peace is a great tool. It's something to channel when everything becomes too much or not enough. It's not a goal, it's a helpful tool that you lean on while navigating through life. Yeah, I guess that's it. Food for thought.
We're smashing mics in